Hi, and welcome to this vocabulary lesson because we are going to look at synonyms, collocations in context, and words that belong in the word family. I hope you'll stick around with me every single day, learn these 3,000 words with me. Afterwards, afterwards. Afterwards talks about a timeline. Something happened and then afterwards something else happened. It almost implies there's a cause and a result. So here in these pictures, the thing that happened first is that they had a big party. And after the party, this person was so tired. So I would say, what happened afterwards? There was a party. What happened afterwards? Oh, afterwards, I was so tired. Afterwards. So if there's an afterwards, it implies that something happened before. Some synonyms for the word afterwards are later, after, thereafter, subsequently, soon, or then. It can even be next. So the word afterwards shows a typical sequence of events. We finished dinner, and afterwards, we went for a walk along the river. It means something happened after another event in chronological order. Now, before we move on, I want to do a little bit of work with subjects because this is a great example. Here, we have some subjects. So we're looking at this sentence. We finished dinner and afterwards went for a walk along the river. Okay, I have two parts of this sentence. I have this part, we finished dinner, and we have this part, went for a walk along the river. And afterwards is a conjunction, joining these two sentences. But I want you to notice this one, right here, our subject is we. In English, you really need to use a subject. I know that a lot of languages change their verbs enough that the subject is implied. But in English, you cannot do that because we don't conjugate our verbs as much as you probably do. So we always need a subject, which is we. We finished dinner, okay? But why could we use this we? Or why did we leave that we out? It's because we have two sentences here, and we're putting them together into the same sentence. So we've got we finished dinner, and the next sentence is we went for a walk. If I'm going to join these two sentences together, the things that are the same can be left out of the second sentence. So we finished dinner, we went for a walk. We is in both sentences, so we can leave it out of this one. Let's try a different one. We finished dinner and we finished our homework, okay? So now our two sentences are we finished dinner, we finished our homework. Do you see how we finished and we finished are the same? That means this second one I can just leave out and say, and afterwards, our homework. We finished dinner and afterwards our homework, okay? So I could take the we finished out because both sentences shared those. We use afterwards with reflection or realization. I didn't understand the joke at first, but afterwards I realized why everyone was laughing. It's a later understanding. Afterwards can suggest reflection or learning or realization. It's like oh, that's what it meant. Okay, I get it now. Afterwards. An emotional consequence. They had a heated argument, and afterwards both of them felt embarrassed. So it's still an event and then the consequence, or what happened afterward. And the word afterwards is fairly neutral in this sentence because the whole sentence is talking about this argument and then what happened next. This is the feeling embarrassed is a direct result. So, and afterwards implies there's a cause and effect. The doctor examined the patient and immediately afterwards explained the treatment plan. Okay, so the collocation of immediately afterwards or right afterwards, you'll hear that, and it means this happened and then boom, this happened. There's no time between. And right afterwards, it's orderly, it's efficiently, it happens quickly. One comes, then the other. We can also use it in historical contexts because afterwards talks about time, right? Talks about one thing happening and then the next thing happening. The company launched its first product in 2015. Shortly afterwards, it expanded into international markets. This means, so the common collocation is shortly afterwards. It means that this happened and then this happened, but there's not a lot of time between. Shortly afterwards is a very narrative way. You'll see it a lot in writing, especially in like newspapers or that kind of writing. There are different nuances with afterwards, later, subsequently, or then. So afterwards has a slightly formal or neutral tone. We talked afterwards. We talked later. It means we talked later is more like a common everyday usage. It's not so formal. The plan failed. Subsequently, it was revised. The word subsequently here also means afterwards. It's very formal. It's academic and business. Or we use then. Then is very informal. We ate, then left. It's also talking about the sequence, but it's something that you would say if you were just saying, yeah, we ate, then we left right away. It's very informal. Some ways we might use this in natural conversation. We might say, are you busy afterwards? That you might say that if you are in a meeting and you want to meet someone later, you would ask them, hey, are you busy afterwards? Let's grab coffee afterwards. It's just whatever we're doing now after this. Let's grab coffee. I felt much better afterwards. Soon afterwards, the rain stopped. We can discuss the details afterwards. So all of the things that are happening now are implied as the before, okay? What's happening now? So I can say we can discuss the details afterwards. That's me saying these details, we'll worry about them in a little bit. I hear you, but we're not going to talk about them right now. I don't have to explain all that. I can just say we can discuss the details afterwards. An opposite of afterwards might be before. So there are a lot of words with the word after as part of them. And I kind of want to say that a noun here for afterwards might be aftermath. The aftermath. The aftermath of something is the resultant chaos. You left me, you went to work after telling the kids that they could all have ice cream, and I was left to deal with the aftermath of the kids asking for ice cream all day long. You told them they could have ice cream, and then I had to deal with the aftermath. It's usually a negative consequence after the fact. That's the aftermath. Another noun might be aft, and that's a very uncommon noun. We only use it really when we're talking about ships, but it means the back part. The verb is no verb. After is the adjective. I wouldn't say that afterwards is an adverb. I'd say it's more of a conjunction, afterwards. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Research shows that if you know 3,000 words, then you can pretty much say anything you need to say. I hope I'll see you tomorrow, and please like and subscribe.